Diagnosing rare genetic diseases can feel like a saga. Sequencing is easier than ever, so we're not short on data. But turning that data into answers is a different story. That's because even people without genetic diseases can have millions of naturally occurring genetic variants. So when a child presents with a complex set of symptoms, the challenge is to connect the real-world clinical picture to one or a few DNA changes that actually explain what's going on. For more common genetic conditions, we generally know where to look. But for rare diseases, new gene-disease links are still being discovered, and the evidence we have available is scattered across databases and published papers. If you're a clinician trying to get a diagnosis for a patient, you might have to sift through roughly 20,000 protein-coding genes, rule out countless benign variants, and decide which ones are truly worth following up on. Gene panels, which analyze a specific set of disease-associated genes simultaneously, can help, but if the key gene or variant isn't included in that specific panel, you can still miss it. A recent study suggests that a widely available AI tool could actually help with some of the detective work. Researchers at Boston Children's Hospital's Manton Center, working with Harvard and OpenAI, used OpenAI's O3 deep research model as a kind of analytical assistant to revisit tricky, unsolved pediatric cases. Importantly, though, they weren't just uploading a whole genome into ChatGPT and asking it for a diagnosis. Instead, they gave the model de-identified case packets, which included symptoms captured in a standardized format, relevant clinician notes, basic demographics, and a filtered list of plausible candidate variants. The model then proposed a most likely molecular explanation and showed its reasoning and its sources. After that, humans took over. At least 2 expert reviewers evaluated each suggestion, used standardized criteria to judge whether a variant was likely disease-causing, and only counted a case as solved after confirmatory clinical testing. Out of 376 previously unsolved pediatric rare disease cases, this approach helped surface 18 diagnoses. That's almost 5%. Not a huge diagnostic yield, but for those 18 families, it can mean the difference between years of uncertainty and an actual explanation that can help inform patient care. There's some important caveats, though. Some of the cases had actually been previously diagnosed, but the information was not available in the local research record at the time of enrollment. The study also didn't report actual total time or cost savings, and like any large language model, deep research can sound confident and still be wrong. So expert review and guardrails are essential. Still, it's a striking example of how accessible AI could support clinical research and diagnosis. If you want to dig deeper into how large language models are being used clinically, take a look at our HMX AI in Medicine courses on unlocking precision medicine through omics and AI, and foundations and applications in medical practice and research.